How y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Bienvenidos a mi canal. Okay, welcome back if you know me. If you don't, hey. If you don't know this face, my name is Latrice, and this right here is Faith by Latrice, where faith is the muscle we exercise on here. Now let's get on into it. No dilly-dallying. As you can see, I'm in a different setting. There's probably noise in the background. That's neither here nor there. Okay, it's been all the things, but guess what? I took me a good old nap. So if it look like I'm talking about a nap that felt like Jesus rocked me to sleep, okay? Anyway, all right. La tema de hoy. Let me tell you. The topic is get paid for it. Get paid for it, okay? Now let me just tell y'all the little backstory of how this came about. Because we peoples. So I've been watching, listening, but really watching on YouTube, this podcast called R&B Money Podcast. R&B Money, okay? And mind you, I'm not really into podcasts like that. Like, I'll go and listen to my church's podcast, like, just get the word again while I'm working or whatever. But, like, as far as, like, a podcast thing, I'm not really into podcasts, like, really watching and listening type thing. I'm more of a visual. So I like visual content. So I guess I do like podcasts and things. Whatever. The point is, I've been watching this podcast on YouTube, and it's called R&B Money Podcast, right? R&B Money. Who does it consist of? None other than two very much legendary / instrumental / talented / gifted / knowledgeable, wise, creative, informative, leading, extraordinary human beings that are both artists but also whatever. I could go on and on. It's Tank, like the singer Tank, like the one that plays the keys, have the voice and all the things. Tank, okay, and J.Valentine, okay. He came out as an artist, musically, sir, but he's, I believe, an executive right now, and I think he manages Tank. I could have the information wrong, but I believe he's an executive. The point is, both of them are, my shoulder just popped, both of them are geniuses at what they do. They are very much gifted. God laid his hand on these two gentlemen, and they have experience in the music business, in the industry, and they are I love when people do this. Sidebar from the topic we're about to talk about. I love when people do this. Their podcast is like, they have conversations with people, right? It's not really interview, because a lot of them are people they actually are friends with and like good friends with and have done business with, et cetera, et cetera. But it's like, it's not an interview. It's more of a conversation and uncovering and giving knowledge on the industry. And amongst that, right, not just all things R&B, the authorities on R&B things, but informative and giving like gems on like real life lessons. And what I have recently discovered today, because I had an aha moment, and I was like, why do I keep coming back to this podcast? Jesus, what is it? It's the fact that I keep getting like gems about life, but also gems about using my gift. And I was like, it clicked. Basically, like, God is using this podcast to get things to me in a way that I'll get it and understand it, because these are coming from creative, extraordinary beings, right? I'm looking at whatever. My computer, whatever. It's coming from extraordinary human beings, right? Much like myself. I guess I'm self-aware. Yes, I'm an extraordinary being. Yes, I do know this. Okay, know it. But it's not coming from just another speaker from whatever. It's not coming just from someone off Instagram. It's not coming from somebody on the news. I don't really watch the news like that. God was like, we don't get this information to you one way or another. So anyways, the point. The video that I watched today, I kind of watched them out of order, but they were sitting down and having a conversation with Mike City. Now, Mike City, if you don't know the name, which many people or most people probably won't if you're not in the music industry or look up things in music, he's a super producer, as Tank would say, 100%er, okay? And this interview was done, I want to say, like a couple months ago. But let me tell you the gems. This is how this topic came about. Get paid for it. What am I talking about? So this is taken from a little portion that Mike City was saying in the music business, when you're doing your craft, when you're composing and making these records, these pieces of art. Yes, you want to make it so that you can capitalize off it, but the way it really lasts is when you make it from in here. Impress yourself. This is what he said. It's about impressing yourself. If you got the gift, impress yourself. Jesus. Y'all remember when I did a video that was throw your weight at it? I'm referencing other videos, right? Because we talked about this, y'all. Throw your weight at it. Impress yourself. If you have the gift of doing something, use it. Use it to its capacity. Don't just sit on something that God gave you and expect it just to bloom out of nowhere. I'm gonna keep using this example because this man was like no other human on the planet. Kobe Bryant, beast, legendary. He will forever be a legend. Like, it doesn't matter who you talk about. You in basketball, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to talk about Kobe Bryant. Okay, Kobe Bean. And that made me think about things that I'm like from day to day. Sometimes I don't feel like doing stuff. I don't feel like it. But it doesn't matter. All of us have a responsibility to use our gift, to exercise our gift, and to share it with the world. Our gift is not for us. If you have a speaking gift, it's not just so you can be in the mirror all the time at your house speaking to yourself. If you have a writing gift, it's not so you can keep it in your journal. Hello. If you have a visual gift, it's not just so you can create content and keep it in your phone or your laptop. Hello. You have to share it with the world because, like I said in other videos, we need what you have. And with all you've been through, right? This time I wrote, with all you've been through in the world, with all that life has done, life be lifing and trying to get us, okay? With all you've experienced in the world, trials you've had, tribulations you've had, cheating, lying, people lying on you, people talking about you, people trying to throw dirt in your name, with all that you've experienced in the world, you owe it to yourself. Hello? You owe it to yourself to get a return on your investment. What do I mean by investment? Your tears. Some of us have cried ourselves to sleep more than anybody will ever know. Hi. Hello. Cried ourselves to sleep, right? You have invested tears. You have invested years. You have invested time that you cannot get back. Get a return on your investment. Like PD says, my pain gonna have to pay me. Huh? Plan on getting it too. You have to pay me. My pain is going to pay me. My circumstances, my situation, everything I've been through is going to have to pay me. We're going to see something from what I've been through. Okay? What? Jesus. All right. Mike City and Tank and J.Valentine, they were all talking about this, but he said, develop your gifts. Let me tell you something they said. Mike City in particular was talking about, I think he used an example one time. He was in the studio with Kelly Price. For y'all who don't know who this is, if y'all under a certain age and y'all don't know who Kelly Price is, shame on you. Go look her up, Kelly Price, because she set the foundation for a lot of what you hear today. Anyways, the point. He was in a studio session with Kelly Price, and they were working on a song, right? He said he went out, he walked somebody else out the studio to say blah, blah, blah. He walked them out the studio. By the time he came back, Kelly Price was finished with the song, basically. And he came back like, girl, what did you... Because she's a beast, okay? She's a beast, okay? He said, these are beasts. Like, he tells people coming up in the music industry, like, this is the league. Like, as if you're going to the NBA, NFL, whatever. This is the league. These are professionals. You have to do your work. There is no getting around hard work. There is no getting around putting the hours in. He talked about 10,000 hours, okay? He said, this is what they're talking about. You have to develop your gift, right? And you got to get your craft up. He said your 10,000 hours, Mike City said your 10,000 hours got to be spent right. If you're going to spend 10,000 hours, the term is like to perfect a skill, you have to put in at least 10,000 hours right now. Realistically, if you actually calculate that up, that's years and years and years and years of your life. But the point is, to be skilled at something, you have to put the hours in. Now, don't just put hours in anywhere. They have to be spent right. Otherwise, he said, you're going to have to put in 10,000 more hours to put it in the right spot, right? For example, busyness. Don't just be busy. Be productive doing the right thing according to your purpose in life. Hello. Oh, Jesus. Like I was saying, Kobe Bryant. There's stuff that a lot of times I don't feel like it. Do you think he felt like getting up every morning at 3, 4 in the morning to do a practice before his practice? Do you think he did that just because he felt like it? No. He was determined to be the best player in the NBA, the best player ever. He used words like annihilate. I'm going to annihilate you. If you stand in front of me, I'm running you over. I'm going to kill it. Like, get out of my... And when he talked about it, you can see it in his face that he was not playing. And he didn't do it just because he felt like it. He didn't have a practice before practice and then stayed after to have another practice just because he felt like it. He even said it, though, doing those mundane things that you hate doing. But why am I doing this? Because I owe myself. I owe God. God gave me this gift, like I said in the last video. What you sitting on is not the harvest, it's the seed. You plant that seed and you water it. That is your 10,000 hours. You're watering your gift. You're tilling the ground. Put the work. Don't you want to see a return on your investment? Don't you want to get something back after the world has done what the world is always going to do? There's going to be things that'll happen, right? Things that are not going to go, things that seem unfair. But it don't matter if that's unfair. Still win anyway. Oh! Win anyway. Life ain't fair, but win anyway. They talking about you at work, win anyway. They won't pay you enough, win anyway. Because guess what? At some point, somebody gonna pay you what you worth. You know what? That's it. Get paid for it. That's it. That's all I got. I love you guys. Okay? I love y'all. I know there's a scripture about it for somewhere. Perfect example, David. This is a quick one before we go. David, yes, David and Goliath. David, I'm always going to use him. He's like one of my favorites of the Bible. He was anointed to be king. Samuel came to his house, anointed him with oil. Read the stories in 1 Samuel, probably it's chapter 17. Look it up, búscalo. Tienes el internet, okay? Use that. Búscalo. I was going to combine my languages. You see that? Anyways, he was anointed to be king, but he still had to work as a shepherd for his dad, right? Herding the sheep. By the time he did eventually get called to the palace, the first thing he got called to the palace to do was to play an instrument. Because somebody said, oh, I know somebody who plays an instrument that can help you with these terrible dreams that you're having, right? You're being haunted by such and such. I know somebody who can play a string instrument who can come and help you. David had to be good at that string instrument before he got called to the palace, right? He got to the palace, played the string instrument, a harp or whatever. Think about a guitar player, whatever. He has to be good at it, though. They didn't call him just because he knew, let me try to figure out. No. He put hours in before he got there. Ended up being his palace by the end of this joint. Moral of the story, get paid for it. That's it. I love y'all. Love you. Si nadie te ha dicho hoy, esa de que estoy hablando con mi suéter that's becoming my favorite. I love you. Because life be life. But get what? We gonna prosper regardless. Bye.